Hey bike farmers, thanks for clicking in. So I'm here in Andermatt, Switzerland. This is the day after Maggie and I took an epic hike in the Lauterbrunnen Valley, and my legs are killing me. There's a video for that, you can check it out. Put a link up there for you, and that might explain a little bit. Here in Andermatt, Switzerland, you have access to about 7 mountain passes that are excellent for road cycling. They're actually great, windy, hairpinny, just beautiful roads in the middle of the Swiss Alps. So there's a lot of sports bikes, a lot of supercars, that kind of thing. Originally, I was going to do 3 of the big ones. So there's the Tremola Pass, which is where Goldfinger was filmed, that famous chase scene where they're shooting up and down the switchbacks in the mountains, and it's really cool. I rode that one 5 years ago when I was last here. Absolutely amazing, really, really cool. And you can access the back side of it from Andermatt. That would connect you to Newfoundland Pass, which is the tallest, like you get the most elevation. It's not the biggest climb of all of them, but you get up the highest. So that's Newfoundland, and then from Newfoundland you drop down into the Swiss-Italian city of Airolo, where you pick up the Gotthard Pass, which is the famous Tremola Road, which is cobblestones. It was built in between 1827 and 1832, so it took 5 years to build, a long time ago, and it's just cobblestones, and I think there's something like 21 hairpin turns in 4 kilometers up towards the top, and it's all built up on the side of the mountain. It's just an incredible road, and nobody really drives on it because of the cobblestones, but it's really popular for road cycling. So anyway, I was going to do that loop. I was going to do all 3 passes. I've been planning this trip for months, but after yesterday's hike, my body isn't going to be able to handle that. So I've whittled it down, and we're going to take the Gotthard tunnel. So people don't drive the Gotthard Pass anymore either, because you can just take the tunnel right through the mountain. So we're in Andermatt. We're going to take the tunnel from Andermatt underneath the mountain over to Airolo, where I'm going to hop on the Tremola Road and ride back over into Andermatt back to the hotel. Bringing the cameras along, going to take you along for the ride. It's a beautiful day. We're going to get some great footage. So I hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned. I'll see you in the tunnel probably.
So 16 minutes.
16 minutes we were in that tunnel. All right, so we aren't the only ones having this idea today. I've seen a bunch of cyclists already, and here's some mountain bikers and some other road bikers up that way. Oh, train's here. Unbelievable. What a world. So this is the Tremola Road in the back here, the big green hill. I think that's just the beginning, and I just saw a group of road cyclists riding up. It's the thing to do. Lots of cyclists, and I have never gone for a bike ride with legs this sore. I'm making excuses. I really hope I can do this. I've been thinking about this for 5 years, and this means a lot to me, so I'm gonna dig deep and get her done, I hope. And yeah, come along for the ride. Let's do this.
Good luck.
Yeah, you have a good day.
Yes.
Okay, so I think once I spin some of the pain out of my legs, it won't be so bad. They're still feeling strong enough. So I'm just leaving Airolo here, and we're looking for these signs that say Passo San Gottardo. And here we go. Here comes Maggie. There she goes in our little Beamer. 0.25 miles and I'm already in my granny gear. It's gonna be a long one. Hunker down, settle in. So the deal is, we've got about 900 meters, and it's an average of about 7%. And then, I don't know, I think about a quarter of it is cobblestones. But it's the most amazing parts. There's a couple of teasers leading up to it, I guess. And you can see a lot of it up here. It's really just an engineering masterpiece. Exciting. The weather is sunny, And I think I can expect clouds in a bit. It's like 60, 65 degrees down here. And it's nice that it cools off as you get up there in the hard parts. My legs are sore. I can feel them. But they're strong. They're up for the task. Showing a sign here, Passo San Gottardo to the left. I think that means the tunnel. I hope that didn't confuse Maggie. I know she wanted to drive the road. Nice shot of Airolo from above. Those are the Swiss Italian Alps. In the background, the Gotthard Pass is the fastest way between Zurich and Milan. Goes through these little towns. The road ahead. So every 18-year-old male in Switzerland joins the army. It's mandatory. And this is like a little training base. Looks like there's a museum. And I keep hearing gunshots from up in them hills. Don't mess with Texas. Oh, there we go. Here's my profile. I don't know how much to believe these numbers, but I think I'm about a fifth of the way up already. So 20% of the way. And it's been like 7 or 8%, which is about all I can handle today. I know there's a couple of steeper spots. I'll rest if I need to. Okay, here we are at about 700 feet, 750, and we've got the cobbles. Try to hold the camera steady for you. Oh yeah, they ain't kidding. It ain't easy. I guess if you kind of focus on the tire treads over here, it's a little better. I'm gonna have to get my neck mount out. Keep this camera steady. I'll do that at my first rest stop. Well, hopefully that's a little better. I just pulled over in the shady spot and threw my neck mount on. This country's filled with sick camper vans. You can just pull over anywhere and camp, just sleep. No questions asked. They really do a lot of things right here. Everybody's very respectful of one another. Hardly any crime. They pay a lot of taxes, and life is very good. Everybody's living with way more liberty than I know of people living back home. Everybody's convinced that somebody's gonna take it away. It's just not even a thing here. Works great. %8 on these cobbles is no joke. And I can see this guy's got a pretty tiny cassette. And he's got a pretty tiny crank too. Huh, that's funny. Kicking ass though. Good job. Gute Fahrt. Gute Fahrt. That's what they say. Good fart. All right. Let's get back on some pavement. It's a novelty. Oh shit. Oh, it's not a long stretch. %8 seems to be the prescription. That guy had a rig. Holy shit. I'm at 1,000 feet, showing 1,000 feet with 2,800 to go. Seems like a really nice place to stop, take in a little scenery, give things a little break. Give you some other stats here. elapsed time is only 30 minutes. So that's pretty good. I figured it'd take me an hour or two. I didn't even know, hour and a half to make this climb. There's the city below. Not sure if you can hear the gunshots from the army still. Guy on his Vespa here having a sandwich. How do you say, are you gonna eat that in Italian? Yeah, it just kind of keeps going. Just like my Sandwich Pass video. It's just gonna kind of keep going up and the scenery will change as we go. You can hear the cowbells up there. Cowbells up the hill, gunshots down. Just like back home. Slow and steady wins the race. Good job, dude. Good job. Okay, we can sleep when we're dead. Gobble up some cobbles, huh? Chomp, 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 chomp. What a cool road. Look at that. Okay, up here we've got some cows off to the right. You can hear the cowbells. And right in front of us, I think that might be a defense bunker. You know, they're built into the mountains all over. I don't know how many there are, but everybody's got a place to go in case things get weird. That's the old door. This must be one of the new doors. And I joke with Antoine that the shelves are lined with Campbell's soup for a decade. You know, they're gonna survive. This gets a little confusing in here. Got my map out, but it's flat and gives the legs a break. I'm just gonna spin them out. Telling me I'm okay. That might be the top up there. Not sure. Looks like a bunch of people looking over a cliff, so that's probably it. You know, I'm out here thinking of, I think I might have misspoke. The people here seem to live with more liberty. I think what I really meant was freedom. And I don't know, maybe it's a matter of semantics, but sometimes I feel like that's where we get some critical thinking, is thinking about the different meanings of words and that sort of thing. But you know, the higher taxes and the government kind of taking control of things, I guess does kind of strip one of liberties. But you know, when you do it right like this, and it's not corrupt. You know, they have 7 presidents. There's 2 socialists and 2 far right, and then 3 in-betweeners. And they find compromise, and it's all about the common good. And it really seems to work. And I think when we talk about freedom, instead of talking about it in the terms of individual liberties, we talk about it in collective freedom. And the way you achieve collective freedom, in my mind, is by creating a harmonious society. And one good way to do that is through responsible governing. And I think you have to get away from two-party system. The presidents change every year here when you talk about things like minimum wage or abortion laws or gay marriage. They just do countrywide referendums, which granted is a lot easier with 4 million people than 300 million or whatever the States is up to now. I know it's a lot to ask for, but it's just something to consider, especially as, you know, our political climate is so divided and so us versus them, that you can, you know, kind of be more conservative, leaning towards individual liberties, or liberal, leaning towards collective freedom, or somewhere in between. You know, obviously as a self-employed solopreneur, I have a tremendous respect for individual liberties and self-reliance and those sorts of conservative ideals. But when I vote, I want a government that's going to really look out for us and consider our collective freedoms. And I think you do that through responsible regulation. So there you have it. I've unfriended more lefties than I have righties, but that's just because I have more of them in my life. But anyone who is extreme one way or another is just annoying and small-minded. And I don't have room for that. Whew, what a road. What a rant. So that guy I just saw, we met in Stalsberg. I swear to God, I think we met that guy in Stalsberg and I told him to come ride these roads. Or no, Steckelberg, where we parked just like 2 days ago. He had one of those little motorcycles. British guy. Oh man, I swear to God that was him. Look at this. And you know, the other thing is, you know, it's mandatory service in the Army, and it's different levels and whatever, but every 18-year-old male is issued a handgun. They're trained how to use it, and they bring it home, and they have it in their home in case of attack, you know? So that happens here. And I don't know when they had their last murder. You can look it up. It was a long time ago. It just doesn't happen. There's no gun violence. And it's a federal minimum wage that's high enough to afford a decent apartment. And I think there's laws against bad cars. You know, your car has to be kept up so you don't stall out on a road like this. It's all a trade-off. I think they have sensible gun regulation laws, you know. I don't know what they are, but for private ownership, I think the government knows who's got what, which I know drives Americans crazy, but I mean, it's a trade-off and it's probably worth it. I think I guess we'd need a totally new constitution in order for any of this to work out. People are really in love with the one we got, which clearly isn't working well, but still good enough for who it's for, I guess. I don't mean to dog on America, we got it really good. But I get out here and I feel like Switzerland's a utopia. I haven't seen any really bad parts yet. I'm sure there's people struggling, but the government has services and they keep these people comfortable. And it just doesn't propagate through the rest of the society when you have that in place. Where America has fallen over the last 3 or 4 decades, I've seen Switzerland thrive. And that's why I travel, to learn that and experience that. And share that with others. All right, back to life here. We're at double-digit grades. This is one of the steep spots. I might have to take a break. My legs are really barking here. Might stop and take a good look at this drainage. I think this is another one of those. This is at the bottom of the super squiggly hairpin turns, and I'm looking forward to riding up them. So let's do this. I just want to stay up here and ride this road forever. Yeah, okay. I'm in. The final last bit of cobbles here, I think. LOL, they think they can do bratwurst here. Let's have one. What is this?
Bratwurst.
Bratwurst. I'll have one bratwurst.
Mustard, please.
Yes, please. Coca-Cola. And that's it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. This might be the best bratwurst I ever eat. I'm actually not that exhausted. That was not a hard climb. It's big, but not hard. Not flexing, just saying. Saanich was hard. Saanich was like epic and hard. This was incredible and shorter and easy comparatively. 3 cheers for the Redshift and Brooks combo. I mean, on these cobbles, my ass feels great. All right, so that was a pretty good bratwurst. Wasn't bad. I mean, it's real bratwurst, right? The white ones. Big old bratwurst. It ain't no Johnsonville. So I'm gonna start the descent here in a minute. I don't think I'm gonna get the really good shot of the whole pass, the whole Tremola. I think we did the best we could with what we had. And yeah, I'm just gonna follow the route back to Andermatt. All right, here's the very spot. That's it. No more. Oh, I gotta say it's a bit of a relief. But between the 32 millimeter tires with a little bit of air out of them and the Redshift seat post, this is a great bike for it. A lot of people would say that the steel frame would absorb some of that too, which I'm sure it does, but you don't feel it. It's the tires. Whoa. Here we go. Thing mechanical I'm going to mention. So this you flip open to leave enough room in your pads for the tire to get through. I'm going to put it about there, and then I can really be pulling on these brakes almost to the point where they hit, but it's much easier on my hands on the descents if I can feather from here than way out here. So make an adjustment back here too, and then you can see there's the modulation is way down there. You know, it's just a better way to go. I did bring my windbreaker and some leg warmers, but it's pretty good here, and the sun's pretty much out, and it's just gonna warm up as I get down there. If I start freezing, I'll pull over and throw on a layer, but I'm just drying off. All right, let's descend. Those are cows on the mountain way over there. Oh, more cobbles. What do I know? Now's when that Redshift is really coming into play. I'm just floating. Kind of wish I had the stem. It's not fun descending on this stuff. Okay, is this the last of it? Now we're in Uri. Okay, this shit freaks me out. But what a road. That's a nice descent here, huh? The bus up ahead is gonna keep me in check. just doing about 30. It ain't bad. Oh wow. Very nice. That was a big one. What a vast expanse. So you can see, get over to Tremola Pass from here, and then down in Andermatt, get to Oberalp. So I've been here coming off the backside of Tremola, which is if I were to go left here. I've cruised into this town, into Hospital, and then done this descent into Andermatt before. So Tremoa's behind me. I see Andermatt in the distance. What an easy descent. A little bit of a headwind. Yeah, these guys are flying out of the valley with that tailwind. I'm going downhill and pedaling at 18 miles an hour down this hill. I don't know. Beautiful day in Andermatt. This town is popping. This whole section over to the left, over this way, and where I'm going, where our hotel is new. It wasn't here 5 years ago. The old city is off to the right, the train station and everything. It's off this way. We're gonna head down there later. Spend the afternoon wandering around, get some dinner. I guess for like 20 francs you can get a train pass that also works with the cable cars and go up that mountain, go see some shit. Might do that. You know, I'm a tourist. Local farmer, gotta give him away. Yeah, the no shoulder, riding your bike on a road like this, nobody cares. They just go around you. It's a non-issue. You know, I mean, it's so nice to just not feel like you're in the way. People just understand. They'll go slow for a little bit, and when there's a clearing, they'll take it. The oncoming cars will move over. It's just not a big deal. There's just no hostility. Yeah, this little new development over here was not here 5 years ago. This is like some fancy new music hall, and it's attached to the Radisson here. My room is right up here, overlooking the top of this thing. Should I try to ride this thing through those spinning doors? That's my hotel. Credit card points. You wonder how I do it. Buy bikes for the shop, and then I go on vacation. Well, bike farmers, thanks for coming along on that ride. 'Twas a good one. If you like this content and want to see more, you gotta let me know. Click that like button, subscribe to the channel. Consider sending me a super thanks. That's instant money, goes right into my account. It's a beautiful thing. I buy tacos with it. Or possibly a sustaining monthly membership, $5 or $10 a month. You won't even hardly know it's gone. And you know, if I get 100 people doing that, woohoo, off to the races. And for yourself, please don't forget to click that notification bell so you and your bikes can stay tuned.